a Spanish-language tale of two women who become unlikely friends after becoming new mothers. And it's earned Penelope Cruz a Best Actress nomination as well. Let's talk about Parallel Mothers. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It, and welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new Oscar-nominated film Parallel Mothers. You can see this in theaters right now. I imagine it will be available for home viewing and on DVD pretty soon after the Oscars are over. But for now, you can only see it in select theaters. And I'm trying to hit all the Oscar movies, so this certainly falls into that category, especially of the big nominations, because this is Penelope Cruz up for Best Actress here, like I mentioned. But it also does have a nomination for Best Score, so a couple of nods, although interesting that it was not selected for Spain's international film by the Academy. So the film on the whole, maybe they didn't love as much as Penelope Cruz's performance. So we'll see what I think of it here in a second. And please wait till the end of my video for my grade for this film. And also there'll be some links there at the end of the video to some of my other Oscar-nominated film reviews. We've done almost all of them at this point. We're kind of wrapping up. But in this film, directed, by the way, by Pedro Almodovar, who, very, very famous, certainly, in the Spanish community, but making a name for himself, certainly, with Hollywood pictures as well. But Penelope Cruz plays Janice, and she is a middle-aged woman who does not know that she's going to be a mother, but as luck would have it, yes, she becomes pregnant, and she meets this younger gal, Anna, who is also sort of shocked by her pregnancy, and they have sort of different takes on it. Janice, very excited, oh, didn't think I would be able to have a kid maybe this late in my life, and Anna, not so excited, going through some tough times with her man, and maybe having a baby right now isn't the best thing for her, from an emotional standpoint, and she's played, by the way, by Milena Smith. So this movie is not just a drama film based around these two mothers. Yes, it's called Parallel Mothers. That's the whole theme, and that takes many forms as we learn through the course of this film. But at its heart, also sort of bookending the film, is this idea of an archaeological dig to explore some of Janice's family history. And so family overall is just a huge overarching theme of this movie. So it's not just the motherhood thing, but it's dating back to, what does a family mean, and what can we learn from our ancestors, and all of these sort of interesting questions. The dig stuff and the archaeological aspect is really almost just a bookend, though, to this movie. The main meat and potatoes is the motherhood of these two women, and how they intertwine in each other's lives. So I am not a huge Penelope Cruz fan. I'll say that. I have seen a few of her movies, but I used to get her confused with Salma Hayek. They both are beautiful women that sort of came on the Hollywood scene at the same time. Is this Penelope Cruz or Salma Hayek? It was almost always Salma Hayek if I liked the movie, if I liked the performance. So, but look, for all of Penelope's stuff, I actually think her worst stuff is the Hollywood things that we get. I think her best is her international movie. She was in a movie called Pain and Glory several years ago, and I believe that was, I'm going to look that up here, but I believe that was also, yes, he directed this as well. Pedro Almodovar, this was one of his movies as well. Antonio Banderas got nominated for Best Actor for that film, and she was in that with him. And she is great in these Spanish roles. And she's married to Javier Bardem, so obviously she's got that nice lineage. I love Javier Bardem movies, and he's nominated this year as well for being the Ricardo. So interesting, but I think that her best performances are in movies like these. I really liked her performance here. I think this was a tight year for actresses. I do think there are some some glaring omissions from the best actress category. So I'm not sure that I would have nominated her for this role, but I think she does a very, very good job here. My biggest, I would say, negative about the film is that it does give us a few different twists and turns, but several of them I think are very obvious and don't require much thought. Okay, what's going to happen? Oh, that's going to happen. And then the last maybe like 20-25 minutes, we actually do get a little bit of a twist or two that I was not personally expecting. So I liked that. But for most of the movie, I was sort of like, all right, well, they're telegraphing all of this for what's going to be happening. So a couple of surprises along the way. But yes, I think the score really does set the mood very well for this movie. So I can see why we got a score nomination for this film. And this has been appearing on a lot of year-end lists as well. In fact, 6 of the reviewers on RogerEbert.com, I don't know how many total they have there, but 6 different reviewers on RogerEbert.com have this in their year-end top 10. It was on Entertainment Weekly's year-end top 10. A lot of, the hot newspapers around the country. It certainly doesn't make my top 10 of the year, and obviously the Academy agreed it was not nominated for Best Picture. But I do think this is one of Cruz's best roles. It really seemed authentic. I felt her pain, certainly, with some of the things she was going through in this film. And, I have to say, I would love to see more Spanish language movies with her and less of the, Zoolander 2 and, these sort of silly and zany roles. And even the dramatic role she does for Hollywood, like The Counselor, for example, just not well done. Maybe it's the projects too. I mean, The Counselor was not a good movie, so maybe some of it is the projects. But I feel like these Spanish language films, maybe she's just more passionate about, and that comes across on the screen better. That could certainly be. But overall, I don't think this deserves to be in the Best Picture contention here, which it's not. But I do think it is a very, very solid entry. Certainly one of the best international films I've seen this year. I don't think that we're going to see her winning a Best Actress Oscar this year for the film. I could be wrong, but I think it's a pretty tight race between some of the other women in the category. I don't hate that she's nominated, but I think they did snub a few people I might have given it to instead. But I do think this is one of her best performances, so can't really shake a stick at that. I'm going to leave Parallel Mothers with a B+. Not top 10 of the year for sure, but I think it was a very, very riveting movie, and I really do like the way they sort of dovetailed the two stories between her being a mother and her relationships, and then the archaeological dig stuff with her ancestry. I liked that a lot. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye.